Game for the middle school girls against Ravenscroft. Girls just had a game this past Saturday where they lost to the South Charlotte Thunder conference game. Ravenscroft puts up the three and it's good. Cardenia brings the ball down court, gets trapped at the top. Unfortunately called over and back. Passes it out to Punch, who had not made it fully across half court when she got the ball. Sabres on the defense. Soto defending on the ball. Switch to Punch. They put up a shot for two. They miss it, but they get the offensive rebound. Abby Fry goes in. Does not come up with the jump ball call. Sabres still on defense. Cardini on the defense. Grumbuck, Fry, defending in the back. Didn't get called for the push, thankfully. Ravenscroft puts up the shot. Misses it. Sabres get the rebound. Grumbuck tried to throw it in off of a Ravenscroft Raven. Unfortunately, did not get that pass off of her, so Ravenscroft gets the ball back, puts up the three, and it's good. Actually, I think that one was just counted for a 2, 5-0. Turnover on the Sabres. Ball goes out of bounds. Sabres are starting with their normal starting five. Cardenia, Grumbuck, Soto, Fry, and Cheyenne Punch. First foul of the game called on Lydia Grumbuck. Up for the shot. Rebound to Abby Fry, out to Soto, back to Cardenia. Cardenia brings it across. They're trying to trap her at the top. She breaks through the trap, goes up for the layup, gets fouled on the shot. Foul on Ravenscroft. Cardenia going to the free throw line for 2. First shot is straight on through. First points of the game for the Sabres. One more coming for Cardenia. Second one misses everything. Ball to the Ravens. Over and back called on the Ravens. Good defense by Cheyenne Punch, causing the turnover. Sabres with the ball. 5-1. Pass was read and tipped by the Ravens. Thankfully not stolen. Fry drives it and misses the layup. Grumbuck and Fry there for the rebound to get the jump ball called. Stays Sabres ball. Cardenia on the inbounds. Timeout called for the Sabres. Nothing open for Cardenia to pass it in. 30-second timeout. All right, Sabres coming in with the inbound play off that timeout. Cardenia on the ball. Passes it into Fry. Back to Cardenia. Cardenia dribbles it in, pushes it out to Grumbuck. Grumbuck passes it out to Fry, gets tipped, but Fry still gets it. Fry goes up for two, misses it. Ravens with the rebound. Ravens put up the shot. It's good for two. So far, number 25 for the Ravens has all of their 7 points to start this game. Pass gets a little tangled up, but thankfully knocked out of bounds by the Ravens. The ball stays with Sabres on the baseline. Substitutions in for the Sabres. Perzicki and Miller in for Grumbuck and Soto. Cardenia getting the ball in. It's pass is read and taken away by Ravens. Passed up. Perzicki on the defense. Perzicki called for the foul. Stops the layup on the baseline. No shot. Ravens also have a couple substitutions. Miller on the defense. Punch on the ball for defense, Fry. Defense down the baseline up to the top of the key. Puts up the shot, misses it, but the Ravens get their own offensive rebound. Passes it back out. Oh, nice dribbling between a couple Sabres player. Ravenscroft goes up 2 more points. Cardenia hustles down with the ball, keeps the ball dribbling all the way and tries to get the foul call. She makes the basket on the shot. She makes the basket's good. Ava to the line for a good old-fashioned 3-point play. Oh, yes, basket's cut. A little bit of confusion, but basket is good. One more shot coming for Cardenia. It's off the back of the rim. Fry hustles to try to get that ball away. Stays Ravens ball. Lucy Miller on defense, trying to stay with 25. Moving around the top of the arc for the Ravens. Ravens put up the shot too hard, but they get their own rebound. 25 puts up another shot off the rim, but they get a second offensive rebound. Moving the ball really quickly are the Ravens on their offense. Sabres staying with them on defense. Shots up. Good off the backboard. 11-3. 1:10 left in the first. Cardenia with the ball. Cardenia keeps the ball. Down to the baseline, gets trapped. Passes it out to Perzicki. Perzicki passes to Fry. Jump ball called. Ravens possession. Another substitution in for the Sabres. Jameson Williams comes in for Cheyenne Punch. Fry with the steal off the pass holds it to Cardenia. We have 35 seconds left in the first. Cardenia called for the offensive foul. Not sure sure if it was a foul or if the other player just got a little caught up on her own feet, but Cardenia ultimately called for the offensive foul. 25 seconds left in the first. Oh, travel, but we're not going to call it. Instead, there's a foul called. I'm not even sure which number that was called on for the Sabres for that foul. 16 seconds left. Sabres on defense, passes over the head of the Ravens players. Turnover to the Sabres with 10 seconds left in the first. Punch back into the game. Cardenia was out. Punch loses the ball. 2 seconds left. No shot taken at the end of the first. 11-3. All right, start of the second. Williams, Cheyenne Punch, Molly Perzicki, Lucy Miller, and Abby Fry in for the Sabres. Punch at the, travel could have been called on Cheyenne Punch. But she got the pass off, and then Lucy Miller takes the ball in, but she unfortunately is called for the travel. Turnover to the Ravens. Good talking by the Sabres, calling out those screens, shifting on the defense. Shots put up, shots missed, rebound to Frey. Frey passes up to Williams, who loses it out of bounds. Ravens ball. Wide open in the lane. Sabres crash on that ball. Shots put up. Misses everything. Sabres ball. Cheyenne Punch bringing the ball down for the Sabres. Passes it out to Miller. Miller up to Fry. Fry loses it off her foot. Hits the ground. Ball turned over to the Ravens. We have some substitutions coming in for the Sabres. Timpson and Mackenzie Punch in for Lucy Miller and Molly Perzicki. So Timpson, Williams, the Punch sisters, and Fry are on the court for the Sabres. Wide open at the top. They put up the shot, missed it off the backboard. Get another offensive rebound. Sabres on defense, passes it to wide open down the baseline. She puts up the shot, misses it. shooting at the line for 2. Foul is called on, looks like it's called on Cheyenne Punch. First one's off the front of the rim. Another substitution for the Ravens. Second one misses it as well. Score is still 11-3. Fry passes it down to Timpson misses it. Good pass by Fry off the fingertips of Timpson. Go first, grab that. Got it. 25 pushes it all the way into the lane, loses it right at the basket. Ravens kept the ball. Williams on the defense comes up with a steal turnover on the Ravens to the Sabres. Good defense by Jamison Williams. Cardenia back into the game. Cardenia takes it up, has the ball stripped from her in the lane. Timpson on the fast break defense. They got the offensive rebound and put the shot back up. Cardenia hustling down the court. Takes it down to the corner. Needs to just put up that 3. Passes out to Punch back to Cardenia. Cardenia resets at the top. Punch with the ball. Punch takes it in. Punch puts it up. Looks like she was hit on the shot. No foul called. Oh, it looks like the ball is actually going to be staying Sabres. They actually call it a tip on the shot. If we can't get the foul called, we'll at least take the tip. Cardenia on the inbounds. Mackenzie Punch passes it out to Cardenia. Puts up the shot, misses it. Rebound by the Ravens. .25 puts up the shot, misses it. Ball is run down by the Ravens for the offensive rebound. Puts up the shot, off. Red ball, looked like it was overshot. Tipped off the hands by the Ravens. Sabres ball. Cardenia bringing the ball down. Cardenia keeps the ball up top. Screen set by Punch. Out to Williams, to Timpson. Timpson loses the ball. Cardenia reads that, keeps it. Keeps herself from getting that travel called. Cardenia out to Punch. Punch keeps the ball out to Cardenia. Cardenia wants to run something. We have somebody cut through. Cardenia keeps the ball. Wants to take it up for the shot. Out to Punch. Punch puts up a shot. Makes it. 13-5 Sabres. Cardenia tips that ball. Williams gets it. Mercy Timpson gets it. Mercy's going to take it all the way down. Timpson kept it. Oh, tries to pass it to Cheyenne Punch in the lane just behind her. Good speed by the Sabres. Good defense by the Sabres. Timpson on defense on the ball. Williams. Timpson shots up, misses. All of it. Turnover to the Sabres. Cardinha brings the ball down for the Sabres. See if they can get some offense generating. We have Abby Fry back in for Williams. Cardinha to Fry. Fry to Timpson at the top of the arc. Into Fry with a low pass. Out to Punch. Punch passes down the corner. Out to Cardinha, who misses it. Ravens on the break. Fry and Timpson on the defense. Stop the fast break. Cheyenne Punch comes up with the steal. Good hustle, good defense by the Sabres on these last 15 seconds. 7 to go. Mackenzie Punch in. Out to Fry. Fry needs to shoot the ball. Timpson, shoot. Marcia Timpson up with a shot. Misses it. Fry puts it back up. And basket's good at the end of 2. Ravens 13, Sabres 7. All right, back after a pretty short halftime. Starting at the third quarter, in for the Sabres, we have Soto, Fry, Cardenia, Lydia Grumbuck, and Cheyenne Punch. All right, red ball. Abby Fry held that ball, thankfully long enough to get the foul called. Cardenia brings the ball down for the Sabres. Out to Fry. Back to Soto. Fry with the pass. Oh, it's read by the Ravens. Cardenia ends up on the ground. Soto passes it up to Grumbuck. Cardenia gets back up. Hopefully she can shake that off. Turnover to the Ravens. Back to the Sabres. Out to Grumbuck. Grumbuck takes the ball. Gets a block called. So Lydia Grumbuck helps draw the foul. A lot of back and forth on that ball. Ends up with a foul on the Ravens, and the Sabres taking it in from the baseline. Ava Cardenia into Cheyenne Punch. Punch up to Soto. Soto with the ball. Soto puts up the lob pass into Grumbuck, who was in traffic, and it gets batted away. Ravens come up with the ball. Fry on the defense. Good defense by Fry. Fry with the defense on that fast break for the Ravens. Ends up in the Sabres' hands. Cardenia brings the ball back down out to Abby Fry. Fry takes it into the lane, puts it up for two, misses it. Ravens with the rebound. Screen set on Soto. 25 puts up the shot, misses everything. Ravens with an offensive rebound and another offensive rebound, another shot attempt, a third offensive rebound, blocked on the shot. Cardenia comes out with the ball, slows up the offense. Fry on that block shot, gets the ball back over for the Sabres. Soto passes it up to Cardenia, who passes it into traffic to Fry, but it gets lost in between legs. Ravens come up with the ball. Looks like there's a timeout. Timeout by the Ravens. Sabres on defense. Fry gets her hand on that ball, tries to bat it away. Goes back to the Ravens. Cuts through off the backboard for the Ravens. 2 points, 15-7. Cardenia brings the ball down the court for the Sabres. Ava passes it out to Fry. Fry with the ball and the dribble, takes it in. Goes up for Grumbuck. Grumbuck goes up for the shot. Is blocked. Ravens come up with that ball. Good pass by Abby Fry. Punch was on defense on that ball in the corner. Soto on defense. Cardenia on defense. Almost had her hands on that ball. Travel called on the Ravens. Substitutions coming in for the Sabres. We have Lucy and Louisa. Subs also coming in for the Ravens. On the court for the Sabres, Cheyenne Punch, Ava Cardenia, Fry, Miller, and Lucia. Luisa. Cardenio goes up, misses everything. Fry gets the offensive rebound, tries to put it up. It's blocked. Cardenio with the offensive rebound. Way to be aggressive. Cardenio thought about shooting that. Gets trapped in the corner, passes it up to Miller. Go. Luisa passes back to Miller. Miller for two, misses it, gets her own rebound, puts up, and makes it. Way to follow her shot. Good passing by the Sabres. 15-9. Good defense by the Sabres. Not letting them get a shot off. Good defense. Fry gets her hands on that ball. Gets the jump ball turnover possession to the Sabres. Some substitutions for the Ravens. Cardenio brings the ball down. Cardenio called for the travel. Called for a travel. Looked like it was a little bit of a spin with her foot on the ground, but ref saw it differently. Oh, good defense by Miller and Punch. They were both watching that ball. They got it slapped away. Jump ball then called. It stays with the Ravens. Substitution coming in for the Sabres. Maggie Timpson in for Cheyenne Punch. Seeley on the defense. Cardenio on the defense. Fry with the rebound. Jump ball called. Sabres ball. Good hustle by Fry. Grabbing and holding onto that ball. Miller into Cardenio. Cardenio bringing the ball down for the Sabres. Cardenio keeps the ball, keeps the dribble in the corner, out to Miller. Miller at the top to Fry. Abby Fry to Seeley. Seeley back to Fry. Fry puts it up for two. Good pass by Louisa Seeley to Abby Fry, driving down, takes the Sabres within 4. 15-11. Abby Fry on the block. Ravens recover that ball, throw it out of bounds. Sabres get it. Cardenio brings the ball across half. See if the Sabres reach in. It was tipped, so we can keep it. Fry gets the ball. There's a foul going to be called. Block on the Ravens. Lucy Miller on the inbounds. Miller to Fry, back to Cardenio. Cardenio passes it to Fry. Fry puts up for two, misses the shot. Tries to get that rebound. Ravens with the fast breakdown. Puts it up. Misses it with the rebound though. 2 offensive rebounds. Puts it back up. Misses the second one. 4 seconds left. 3, 2. Cardenio puts up. Oh, just missed. Good hustle. Good shot by Cardenio at the end of 3. Ravens 15, Sabres 11. Start of the fourth. On the floor for the Sabres, Lillian Soto, Lydia Grumbach, Cheyenne Punch, Abby Fry, Cardenia. 14 puts up the shot for 2. Takes the Ravens up by 6. Good passing. Oh, foul called on the Ravens. Cheyenne got it into Abby Fry. Fry drove it into the lane and picked up drew the foul on Ravens number 20. Cheyenne Punch taking it out of bounds into Cardenia. Top to Fry, out to Cheyenne Punch. Cheyenne with the ball. Out to Cardenia. Fry at the top, takes the ball. Ooh, could have been called for a travel on that one. Cardenia puts up for 3. Off the rim. Not a bad shot to take. 5 minutes left in the fourth. Good defensive hands by Soto. Soto pokes the ball out. Some substitutions coming in for the Sabres. Sub, we have Mackenzie Punch and Jamison Williams coming in for Lydia Grumbach and Liliana Soto. Let's see. I think that was a travel. Could have been called on that. 25 puts up the shot, misses it. Whoa! Fry with the rebound. 20 called for the foul. Kind of came from behind, pulled Abby Fry down. She's good. Fry down to Mackenzie Punch. Mackenzie Punch shoots it, misses it. Fry gets the rebound, puts it up. Jump ball called. Possession stays with the Sabres. Good hustle by Fry. Good shot by Mackenzie Punch. Cardenia to Punch. Punch bounce passes it to Williams, but it's stolen away. Ravens player wide open, misses the layup. Abby Fry got down there on the defense. Cheyenne Punch comes up with the rebound, passes it to Jamison Williams. Jamison is unfortunately on the line after catching that pass. Turnover to the Ravens. Jamison Williams on the defense. Abby Fry on the defense. Good hands by Fry. Tips that ball up. Ball's going to stay with the Ravens. Substitutions coming in for the Sabres. Cheyenne Punch and Jamison Williams will have a seat. Mercy Timpson and Molly Perzicki in for the Sabres.
Defense. Molly, defense. Get in there. Molly,
Some confusion as to whether the Sabres are on defense or on offense, but the ball is for the Ravens, so the Sabres hustle back down, get on defense. Ravens throw it in and pass it out. Good defense by the Sabres. Timpson to inbound the ball to Cardenia. Cardenia passes it across to Fry to Mackenzie Punch. Mackenzie's blocked on the shot. Good shot, though. .25 drives it in on the shot. Misses the layup. Ravens got the rebound, threw it up, and drew the foul. I'm not sure who that was on. Sabres to the line, Ravens to the line for 2. First one's in and out. Score is still 17-11 with 3:41 in the fourth. Misses the second one, but the Ravens, excuse me, got an offensive rebound. A lot of offensive rebounds today for the Ravens. Moving the ball around, puts the shot up. It's good for 2, 19-11. Timpson with the ball, passes it back to Cardinha. Cardinha to Fry. Fry pushes through. Back to Cardinha at the top, trying to set up an offense. Cardinha to Timpson. Timpson with the ball. Timpson almost loses it, but gets it out to Fry. Fry down to Punch. Mackenzie Punch with the ball. Needs help. Out to Cardinha. Cardinha back up to Fry. Fry dribbles it in, loses the ball. Turnover to the Ravens. Fast break. Oh, Ravens pull it back. Cardinha, unfortunately called for the foul because she was just tapping it from behind, but gets called for a little bit more than that. Substitutions coming in for the Sabres. Perzicki and Punch sit. And Maggie Rivers and Louisa Seeley come in for the for the Sabres. Mercy Timpson with the rebound. Out to Ava Cardinha. Cardinha brings it down. Cardinha up to Fry. Timpson with the ball. Timpson called for the travel. Timeout, Sabres. Full timeout. Back in, Ravens with the ball. In for the Sabres. Seeley, Timpson, Miller, Cheyenne Punch, and Maggie Rivers. Another basket drops for the Ravens. Takes the score to 21-11. Cheyenne Punch on the ball. With the ball at the top, gets trapped, passes it out to Timpson. Timpson back to Punch. Punch takes it in, shoots up. Misses it off the backboard. Rebound by the Ravens. Missed the first shot with the rebound. Put the second shot. 23-11 with 1:37 left in the fourth. During the timeout, substitutions for the Sabres. Cheyenne Punch, Ava Cardinha, Liliana Soto, Abby Fry, and Lydia Grumbuck in for the Sabres. Fry with the ball. Fry puts up a shot. Misses it off the front. Gets her own rebound. Gets her own rebound twice. Gets it for the third time. Gets the shot to fall. (13 to 23). Ava Cardina gets her hand on that ball. Abby Fry blocks that ball. Cheyenne Punch grabbed it. Stays with the Ravens off of Sabres. 1:05 left. Soto on the defense. Cardina on the defense. Ravens moving around up top. Puts up the shot. Misses it. Rebound by Fry. Take it down, Fry. Misses it around the back. Liliana Soto puts it up. Misses it. Rebound. Jump ball called. Lydia Grumbach was holding on to that one. Jump ball called over to the Ravens. Cheyenne Punch blocks that shot attempt. 30 seconds left. Liliana Soto with the ball, passes it into Ava. Cardina takes it down, hustling down quickly. Ava goes in for the shot, misses it. Rebound by Grumbach. Grumbach out to Punch, out to Soto. Soto, could have taken that shot. Cardina with the ball at the top, lets it roll out of bounds. Ravens ball, 8 seconds left. 23-13. Travel not called. At the end of the game, Sabres lose by 10. Ravens 23, Sabres 13.